time for an update video. So, last time, I went over my new speed deck. Since, I went ahead and did a little revising. And now I feel like it's fully realized. Let's go over it really quick. So, Vidal's still here. I got rid of her third character skill for Ultimate Gauge down every turn. I gave Ultimate Gauge up turn 5 to Janemba, and you'll see why very soon here. Gogeta's still pretty much the same, only now instead of FHP Cure FHP 50L, he's got PC up FHP 50. Here's my mentality on that. So far, I have tested this deck in so many free battles, I have almost never ever had to throw down either Videl or Janemba. And you'll see why as soon as we get to the GOAT here very shortly. But he has so much HP, you can easily get away with leading with him, Vegito, and you probably already saw the other unit, it's Gamma 2. We'll get to him very shortly. But it's very easy turn 1 and even turn 2 if you somehow take a hit to get this to proc. So whatever's in front of him that next turn, he's either killing it or you're double stacking for safety, you're still killing it anyway. Next we have Janemba, and I gave him Ultimate Gauge up turn 5 because look at his trigger square. He basically cannot die. If you play smart, you should never die with it. Next we have Vegito. I got rid of his speed in favor for HP. Believe it or not, that little difference has helped me in so many situations since my last vid went up. I went ahead and tested a few of those same free battles. He managed to live because of that extra bit of HP. Same thing with Gogeta. He can only go in the front, unlike the Gogeta. However, you can easily stack him with Gamma 2, and he'll be fine. And let me show you why he'll be fine. So let's analyze his trigger square. Plus 350 attack to all allies. That is repeatable. Let's look at that compared to attack of ODU. His ally boosting trigger square is already higher than the ODU, which is nuts. Speed up ODU self-explanatory, and Ultimate Gauge down every turn, because more often than not, I'm going to lead with him and Vegito. Look at his speed stat, 5250. I actually did the math on this earlier while I was at work today. That last part of his trigger square, more often than not, in a lot of the tougher free battles, you get plus 1000 tone attack. So that's happening, like that part's always happening. And it's that turn only. The next part is situational. 1.2 times to own attack and speed if opponent's master's HP is higher than your master's HP, which again is very often. And with this setup, you are almost guaranteed always to have a column open. So, you are essentially always getting his buff. Turn 1, once more, I did the math on this while I was at work. If anyone thinks I'm off, feel free to leave it down below. But I've thoroughly tested it, and just based on what I've seen, and based on the math I did, turn 1, he already has over 9,000 attack. Turn 1. And over 7,000 speed. Turn 1. Because of the Master HP thing. And look at his HP. That is not a bad HP stat at all. I'll tell you something that happened earlier before I even recorded. The free battle with Omega Shenron, the one that has that Dragon Ball Super Broly that has a guaranteed chase attack. Let me go into it really quick. This one, that Broly there gets a guaranteed chase attack, turn 1 only. I have a screenshot to pull up. Give me a sec. There we go. Should have had this ready ahead of time. Apologies. I'm getting to it, though. Not that one. Not that one. This one. That was turn 3 in that fight. He had already been on the field 2 turns by that point with 2 ODU skills. So he was taking plus 20% more damage. Broly got the chase attack on him, and he still lived. The end result in turn 3 was, of course, me cleaning up. That's how good this figure is. He's ridiculous. You can even let him take a hit when the right circumstances present themselves. So you're taking turns tanking with him, you're taking turns taking with Vegito, and even Gogeta. Now, unfortunately, no one can really block for Vegito, but that's fine. Because unlike Gogeta, who you want to be building up at all times... And hold on, this was on the wrong screen. Just now realizing that, my bad. There you go, that's what happened that game. But like I was saying, unlike Vegito, who only gets plus 500 to attack at the end of each turn, Gogeta you're going to want to be building up at all times, because he's getting plus 500 to attack permanently on odd turns, and plus 500 to speed on even turns. You want to keep that momentum going. And you can, very easily. He has a back slot. Vegito can easily cover for him. Gamma 2 you're almost always going to want to cover. Now, I haven't had to yet, but so far in every single free battle I've tested with this setup, I have not had to put out either Videl or Janemba. But if for whatever reason you do, Janemba cannot die. If for whatever reason they're having too much defense, too much damage mitigation, boom, Videl, problem solved. If they're trying to ult you, and let's say, for example, they're using the Golden Frieza, or Janemba of their own, or even 17. So at that point, you can either easily run a 3-column setup, block the middle with your own Janemba, or another option, you stack up Gamma 2 on the right, Vegito on the right, Gogeta on the bottom left, the Master's dead. There's no way they're living. Now, just to show how potent this deck is, I'm going to do just a couple free battles. And also, because I've had Matthias Acchetti ask me this recently, shout out to you, buddy. He was wondering what my decks were as of right now, so I'll just go ahead and show those off for you. This is my defensive setup. It's still 205, Crimson Saiyan, Indium second, defensive second 2, FHP Cure, FHP 50L, all dupes in health, figure number 535, Frieza, attack of second 2, defensive second 2, FHP Cure, FHP 50L, all dupes in attack, figure number 151, Android 18, all dupes in attack, defensive second, FHP Cure, FHP 50L, ultimate gauge on every turn. And finally, pretty much the most god-tier figure in all of Hero Colosseum, Toa. Figure number 350, defensive second, HP Cure, HP 50L, ultimate gauge on every turn with all dibs into attack. And now with the new setup, we already went over it, but I'll just skim over it very briefly. Figure 295, Videl with all dupes into attack, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, ultimate gauge on every turn. Figure number EX21, 6 dupes into HP, 2 into attack, and 2 into speed. In my opinion, this is the most perfectly statted figure in all of Hero Colosseum. He has more than enough speed to work with, he's got more than enough attack to work with, more than enough HP to work with. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, PC up FHP 50, because more than likely he's going to take a hit. This is going to save you. You're better off getting a counterattack, in my opinion, or an increased chance of it, rather than getting plus 500 to just your attack, or speed when his own HP gets lowered by 50%. Having that chase attack is really going to save you in a lot of situations. And more often than not, I end up not even needing to use this. It's just a really, really nice incentive bonus to tilt the odds that much more in your favor through sheer means of RNG, because this game can go and shaft itself with its stupid RNG speed wheel. And finally, number 532, Janemba. Not finally, I'm sorry. Attack up ODU, speed up ODU, ultimate gauge, up turn 5, all dupes into attack. Vegito EX number 87. 6 into attack, 4 into HP, attack up ODU, speed up ODU, PC up FHP 50. And then lastly, I consider this to be the most broken speed figure in the entire game. He actually has more base speed than Videl. He's boosting allies and himself higher than Goku, and he has an HP stat to work with, like Blue Evolution Vegeta, the one in the final explosion pose. And he even has more speed than that Vegeta to boot. He's getting plus 1,000 additional to his attack, guaranteed. And then, if for whatever reason, which often is the case, if your master's opponent is much higher HP than yours, or just higher than yours at all, you're getting a 1.2 multiplier to his attack and to his speed. This figure is ridiculous. He's so good. I would consider him to be the speed and attack version of the defensive behemoth that is Toa. And what's funny about that even is look at his stats. 5690, 5250. He gets swapped by Toa. Doesn't really matter. His trigger square is going to counter that basically outright. Especially with the dupes like that. I apologize for dawdling. I've had a few people asking me what I recommend using. These are the 2 decks I recommend using. They're great. I've never struggled in any of the battles with either. Now, what I like to do is because Gogeta is almost always going to hit harder than the Vegito, and I do need someone blocking for Gamma 2, even though he does have the HP stat to work with. I'm going to block for him anyhow. And you're about to see why, because that Broly, that's a one-time only thing, his chase attack. So I bait that out, I'm losing Master HP, Gamma 2 still getting his buffs very easily the next turn, even though I'm hitting his Master. And I'm actually going to do something here. I'm going to ignore the counterattacks that I might get on his Master here. Nope. Because I want to make sure I keep that buff. I'm going to ignore that as well. It's not going to matter. The Vegeta goes bye-bye. And just like that, he's still buffed. Now we're on turn 2. Let's see if I can recreate what I was going over earlier. Let's see, he goes over there. I would definitely recommend, if you have to play it situation by situation, if you have, like, the more beefy units going on this side, then you'll want to have the Gogeta there. If you have the more beefy units going on this side, you'll want to have Vegeta over here and Gogeta on that side. Now, in this situation, I do need to block from my Master because of my HP. He's likely going to run it. Okay, no. I got trolled. He ran a 3-column setup, but that's okay. Because, watch what happens to his Omega. More than likely, one shot. Take the 290. And look at all the speed. I've gotten up to over 70k speed by turn 4. Dead. Gogeta's probably just gonna kill the Master. Oh yeah, very easily. telling you guys, this setup is so good. Having so much fun with it, too. I don't even really care too much about losing an E-Master HP. That's very, very easy to manage. And your figure HP shouldn't matter either. Because if you're trying to heal up your figure instead of tilting tilting the battle in your favor, so to speak. Sorry, I'm like behind on sleep, really tired. But you're basically just trying to tilt the scales in your favor the whole time. That posing skill is going to increase the odds of that happening. So you may as well just take the extra opportunity to take another counterattack. Because by turn 2 or 3 or even sometimes 2, Gogeta and Vegito are going to die like the next turn anyway. So it's like they healed for nothing. Like, what's the point? But that was my mentality on that anyhow. We're going to save those free battles again for later. I'm not showing those just yet. Let's go up to UI Goku. He's a really annoying one. And you know what? We're going to do one other free battle before that I didn't get to do last time because I forgot to like an idiot. We're going to go up against Blue Goku's very defensive setup. Now, I've done this battle several times with this deck already. It absolutely smashes through Goku's deck. It's not even a contest. It's ridiculous. But here's what I like to do turn 1 here. I'll put out Vegito by himself because he's going to be fine. No one in the middle can really kill him. Trunks can't one-shot him. Zamasu can out one-shot him. Put Gogeta out. Shield Gamma 2. Your main targets here are Whis and Blue Vegito. Blue Vegito is really annoying. He'll ignore your defense. Rather than going after the person mitigating your damage, I think you want to go after the person, like, buffing their defense first, and then go after, like, the damage debuff for being Vados. You easily can by that point, and I think the Whis, from personal experience, the Whis hits harder than the Vados. Take care of Whis, then Vados. But Vados is still, in general, better. And I don't think there's any disputing that. Now, unfortunately, I don't get a counterattack, but that won't matter. Because this next turn, now he's going to be providing backup to Gamma 2. Still easily going to outspeed given, well, the opponent's deck. I think that much is obvious. And that is pretty much going to ensure that I take out the Vegito. Unless I get shafted. Let me see how much damage this Whis has. Okay, he should live if Whis goes there. If not, it's going to be really, really close. And I'll put you... You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to play this smart, because I doubt Vados is going to be able to kill him. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no, because Whis, I doubt he's going to be able to one-shot Gamma 2 with that much health, so let's actually do this. And I'm going to go after the Vados after all first. Because if I can avoid it, I'd rather have Vegito live. Even though I could have swapped figures, but you get what I mean. I just like having all that extra speed and attack coming in. It's so nice to have. Oh yeah, Vados definitely dies here. There's no way she lives. Let's see if I get a counterattack. Never mind. I thought she was for sure dead by that hit, but oh well. That's why I double stack, just to be safe. And like I predicted, Gamma 2 can easily take a hit here, so we're fine. Now, if you're wondering where the use on Janemba's first part of his trigger square comes in, my mentality is, and I mean, I think it's a given if you know basic math, you'll get a lot more out of that 10% after a few turns of, like, adding up the 350 consecutively with the 80 attack ability use skills. God, I cannot talk. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed after this. And now I'll have them double stack like that. Lovely. Goku didn't run Whis on his trigger square, so he just sacrificed his Vegito for no reason. Already 66k speed. So ridiculous. Yeah, why not? I'll take it. I really don't need it, but why not? And Spados is gone. Yeah, I thought so. One shot. You know what? I will take it, just for getting my HP down that much. Screw you, Goku. Zamasu's not going to do anything to my master. It's Zamasu. Now, he still has no ult. He still has more master HP than I do. I'm still getting the buff. Okay, that's his other trigger square. Yep, right play. Didn't lose any of them. Believe it or not, this is actually the hardest time I've had with this free battle used in this deck so far. And even then, you can see I'm absolutely fine. But for this to work at its most effective, you will need to be at max master level, which takes forever to do legitimately. I should know, I did that 3 times. Alright, next up, we'll do UI Goku. Now, sometimes UI Goku here likes to be a little troll, and put Piccolo in the back middle, and Goku in the front middle, or even vice versa. So what I like to do, because to me it doesn't matter, I would rather take the master damage and deal a little bit in return in case I need it, and I'll still be able to come back later. So I'll put Gogeta out there on the left by his lonesome, double stack to protect Gamma 2. Frieza's there, but this is a very bad move on his part, because that's one of his 01 units. He's going down. And if not, he's still not going to be able to deal with Gogeta. He's wearing 01 skills. That's the downside to having 01 skills. You get no additional buffs that turn for your figure. It's a cheese strat, and yeah, I can really screw you if you don't know what you're doing. So I try to avoid it for those reasons. Easily one-shot the Frieza, even with all that added defense. So now Vegeta has nowhere to go. I doubt he's going to put 17 out there by his lonesome. I have more than enough master HP. We're good to just do this again. One shot to Vegeta. This should be a one-shot on 17, even with his defense boosts. Yeah, easily. This deck is so ridiculous. And another shout-out to Mr. Sacchetti. He said it in his opinion, which is fine. I agree with it to an extent. He thinks that the Super Vegito figure is better than this blue one, which is fine. I personally like this Vegito more, though, just because he can take a hit. And because of that, in general, he's doing more damage, and he's a good front line. And he's very likely to get chase attacks with that character skill on him. Big fan of it. And we're fine to run it like this, since, yeah, he's kind of a tinker unit. You know, just in case I don't one-shot him. Nah, you know what? We'll be fine. He's not going to be able to one-shot Vegeta. We'll just do this. Nice speed, Goku. Nice speed. And that is the beauty of Vegeta covering all the front trigger squares. Such a good posing skill. And, like, such good trigger squares. We'll do one more. I'm a little tired, but it's cool. We'll do one more. Still saving those for later. Apologies. Let's see. This, I believe, is part of the... Pretty sure this is DLC 15. Yeah, we're gonna avoid it. Let's do Dispo. He's a really fast character, and that Gogeta there is actually kind of a problem, believe it or not. It's one turn only, but he pretty much forces everyone to go after him and takes no damage. I might be misremembering that. Hang on. Let me look at him real quick. Stacks turn that turn only, take no damage once only. 1,000 tone massive defense and minus 20% tone damage taken until the end of the next turn when you attack an opponent. Okay, so no, I just need to put him over here. Let me look at his attack stat again. Where is he? Where is he? Okay, yeah, he's not killing Gamma. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it like this. I'd rather get rid of the Beerus. He's a nuisance. I doubt I'll be able to take out 21, but if I can, that's an added bonus. So much speed. Of course, that did nothing. This should be a one-shot. Apparently not. Alrighty then. Yeah, Vegito easily lives. And again, that right there, what you're seeing is why I have those other dupes in HP. He more than likely would have died otherwise. And now for the safety of both of them, I'm going to double stack. We're going to run it like this. And I'm glad I did, because I'm easily going to outspeed here. That Gogeta is going to die. The Pycon's going to die. 21 should die. Over 8k. Such a good unit. 11.5k. What about Vegito? That's another ridiculous thing about Gamma 2, by the way. He's hitting numbers on par with these guys, and he has that speed to back it up even further. He's obnoxious. And there's no way I'm dying here. Doesn't matter, like, where I put Vegito or Gogeta. Since, yeah, that. That's a coin flip at that point. Either way, he's dead. Likely don't need to point it out, but, yeah, I still haven't had to put down the Delger Nemba at all, the whole time we've been recording. This is just such a solid team. And I like that it has HP to work with compared to my last speed deck, which was still fine, but nowhere near as good as this. I feel like this is such a better deck. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Sorry this vid ran a bit longer. Or who knows, that might be your cup of tea. But anyhow, see you guys later. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Peace out.